Oh my god. It's going. Just doing some sound checks here. I'm making sure that everything's good while we're practicing. I think they're going around. We got about 26 minutes left to practice, so I don't know if they're just putting laps down today or if they're actually going to do any kind of race at all. Or, but what I'm going to do, I've got the live up right now. I'm going to check your audio. So go ahead and say something for me real quick, and I'll see if I need to turn you up or not. And then there's that 20-second eternity of YouTube delay. I'm not gonna wait. Okay, I'm not getting you through the stream at all, so I'm gonna try to fix that. See what we can do. This is why we test. So after you pick a car, on the right side, there's a next to registry. There's an arrow. You can click watch. There's a panel that'll pop up. Are you're registered with a number and everything in the league, right? Yeah, you'll click the sessions, go in there, pick the car, and then next to the registry button, you can click that little arrow. It's like a drop arrow. Uh, bu- 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 bu. Yeah. Actually, my wife's PayPal, yeah. I don't know if my default input for the headset might be the reason it's not coming through, so let's try this.
Let me know if that went through. It just
Okay.
Where's the little arrow? I have the the join session thing.
Yeah. So when you go under sessions, I'm showing it up on the stream. You select a car, whatever. It'll say I'm already registered, but right next to you're using the UI, right?
No, I'm on the website.
Oh, okay. Do you have anybody on your friends list that's in this session right now?
No.
Okay. Just register for it normally. Then I don't think it'll matter for numbers and points or anything tonight because they're not going to keep track of anything. So if you steal a number, it's not a big deal.
All right.
But I always use the UI so that way I can click the watch button that way. Because if you don't have friends, I don't know how to do it. I usually click on a friend's name from the website and then click host or spot, watch or spot.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's see if we're actually getting audio now. All right, just keep talking, man.
Yeah.
Just keep saying stuff.
I'm watching your stream on the UI right now. Yeah, I'll just join like normal this time. Hopefully I don't take anyone's number.
Yeah, we got audio now. We're good. We're checking out. I think we're
Cool.
good to go. Something in OBS put everything back to default. I think it was a Windows update. I love you, Bill Gates. All right, so Fidel Nixtro, what level of integrity are we keeping? I want to put it back on stand.
What can he do with 1 to go? Mayatu's got to defend it. Keith Mayatu able to hold on. Winner tonight, Chicagoland 36 car with a close finish. Here he comes off a 3 and 4. Anthony Pelican, your winner tonight. Might get up there and give him a little bumper love. There he goes. Green flag is out. Nick Gardner, Alex Pelican. Looked like they almost were side by side. Jordan Caskey, here he comes on the outside of the 46. Now he's going to go after the 16 of Nick Gardner to the inside. White flag is out. Anthony Pelican, can he hold on? One more time around. 33 to the inside of the 16. Now the 36, hungry, off of 4. Anthony Pelican holding it out there. He's going to take it to the bottom. Here he comes one more time, coming off of 4. Mayatu all over his back bumper. It's a drag race, and the 98 wins it. 4 different drivers. Keith Mayatu, Anthony Pelican, Brett Butler, and Richard Holland square off this week. Season finale. This is Dialed In Racing League. All right, we're live. BTDY Contender Series Fun Race at Talladega. Race analyst Bradley Cooper being joined tonight by none other than Eric Hutton, driver of the 88 car. He's going to try his luck tonight here at Talladega. Work with me here. Eric, we got a lot of luck that goes into these tracks. These guys are going to be running 3 wide, 4 wide. We saw 5 wide in the practice mock run, and these guys are setting up to do it again. But it is pretty much, they should call this place Las Vegas. Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, talent comes in, plays a degree, but at the end of the day, you just gotta survive and hope luck goes your way.
Well, a lot of these cars are set up to, you know, drive the draft and push each other. Luckily, they have a flat nose. We've seen the previous B car, which is now the ARCA Series car. You get a nose under a guy and turn him in the wrong spot, wreck the whole field. That's the big deal here. These guys are going to tandem up. We've got a lot of teammates out here. Looks like we got 9 cars on grid currently with about 356 left in practice. This will be the first full broadcast. 45 laps here tonight?
Yep.
So 45 laps, flag to flag coverage, and hopefully we can keep her clean and green. These guys get set for another mock run. We'll get some different camera angles, make sure our audio is good. I'd like to thank you guys. Anybody that joins this broadcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get the alerts. We're going to go live. First race, the Clash, next week, next Monday, 7-11. These guys will be going to Daytona. So a little bit similar track to what we're at today. These guys are taking a quick green here with about 3 minutes to go. So below the double yellow, BTDY, a lot of these guys you might recognize if you were here for the Dowden Racing League, and unfortunately that's all the captions and broadcasting highlights that I have currently. I'm going to try to capture some moments from this fun race and get some replay files that I can put some stuff together. Eric, have you been a part of the Contender Series before?
Yeah, I raced in the previous Xfinity Series with a lot of these guys and raced with them in the Cup Series as well. So, you know, I know how most of them race, at least, being around them. So, excited to watch it from above.
Well, from the outside looking in, do you have a pick out there, a guy that just gets around these restrictor plate tracks better than anybody else?
You know, looking at the field, I think it's going to be a tight race, especially at a track like this. Nobody's really sticking out that's here tonight. So, you know, it makes me think it's going to be real tight, and it's really anyone's race.
Well, that's about how it goes. I think any restrictor plate track, you got that faith in the guy next to you or behind you. You just got to pray that you come out on top. It could be a last lap pass. You just got to partner up and pray that dude's going to stick with you on that last turn. And even better, we have 2 opportunities to make that end pass because we've got an offset start-finish line that's halfway to turn 1. And these guys come through the dog leg. I've seen a lot of guys look like they're going to win the race, and then if it was Daytona, they would have, but just had that extra 300 feet.
Yeah, and I think with a smaller field count like this, you're just going to have to stay aggressive the whole night. You know, you can't really get back behind anyone since you can't group up in a second pack and make your way back or try to stay safe. You have to stay in the main pack and stay aggressive on a guy's bumper to be there.
Yeah, losing the draft will be detrimental. It's going to be really difficult to get back up there with just 2 cars. I've seen guys do it, though, and on and off pit road, if you can win that battle, maybe branch out a 3-car, 4-car gap and maintain that lead. A lot of crazy things happen here at Talladega, but nonetheless, I know they're going to have some fast repairs, keep these guys in the field, and looking here with Alan Dice, a name that's pretty familiar from the previous league. If you guys did like the Dowden Racing League, we'll also be trying to work with them. A lot of these guys are from that league, and you should recognize some of these people. There's a name right there. We got Dallas Sullivan. We remember that. Dennis Steele as well. Some names that I am familiar with. Brett Sommers. There's some names I'm not familiar with. This 40 car. Robert Gilmore. Very patriotic paint scheme on that Toyota Supra. Based off the lap times right now, Alan Dice drafted right up through there and ran a 51 flat, so
It's kind of like you said, though. It's just it's anybody's game. You can run the fastest lap in practice. You could have the pole sitting run here, but it doesn't mean anything until you lead that last lap.
Yeah, you can be about 100 feet from the starting line thinking you're going to win it, and next thing you know, you're in the wall. Just how Talladega goes.
All right, we're getting set for some qualifying runs. Not sure if these guys will take full advantage of that or not. 13 cars here. Out on the grid right now. We've got the 5 of Alan Dice. We're going to follow him around for a qualifying run. Right on board with Dice on the 5. A lot more RPMs here in this machine as well. A lot more horsepower than we're used to seeing. The ARCA car has some power. But this thing, I think, pretty much smokes it.
Yeah, and you know, tracks like these, there's not a whole lot to do here in qualifying. Just hold her flat and to the line, and you know, you can kind of drift up a little bit going to the straightaways, which can help. But I'm by no means a qualifying expert here at these tracks, so we'll have to see how tight the field is.
Well, you can see Dice, he's running that outside line, winding up the speed. I think there's maybe a method to that, a little method to the madness, but he's up under the marbles. You got to be careful. Winding that thing up, getting it up to speed, it's a good tactic.
Yeah, first lap, usually keeping up by the wall there is what you do, and come to a tri-oval, it's a little bit different at Talladega. You might hold it high through the tri-oval, come to a second lap, and then pull it down, trying to just keep as little steering angle as possible to not scrub off speed.
The splitter on this car and the downforce, that's pretty much the biggest restrictor of all, is the front splitter on these cars. Creates a lot of drag. It does keep it good in the draft, but we do see guys push up the track a little bit. And it'd be good to practice being on that outside line. Maybe we got 1-2 laps to go, make a run on the outside.
For sure, and especially when you have runs with guys up there at the top, it's real easy to accidentally just drift a little too high. When you're right on a guy's bumper, it's hard to see, and if you scrub the wall, it's just going to kill all your momentum.
Yeah, putting absolute faith in that spoiler in front of you, because that's all you're going to see. Here we're going, starting lap 2. You see Dice moving it down. Going to take it around the bottom of the track this time around. All the way down to the yellow line. Hugging that bottom. Don't clip the apron.
Interested to see if he opens up the wheel a little bit on exit here, if he just holds it tight. Yeah, he definitely held it tight.
Yeah, keeping it right down there. Actually, I think the front splitter might have clipped the apron as he came off of 2. But he's clean. Let's see what he gets out of this. Brett Somers already put up a lap of a 54.67. We're coming up on that second one now. If Dice can, he had the fastest one in practice. Let's see if he can put up the fast one here in qualifying on lap 2 of 2. Alan Dice looking pretty strong. I'm liking that Hendrick 5 on the roof.
Yeah,
I might be a little biased. I might be a little biased on that one. There it is across the line. And Dice was about a 0.03 of a second separate him and Somers. So a 54.7 for Alan Dice. And that's a quick run around Talladega. It's a lot different when you're out there all by yourself. He's going to coast this thing down to the apron and pull it down into the garage area. A lot of time to kill here. So what are we looking at? We got a full season, full schedule we can bring up on the screen. Try to bring you guys all the league details prior to the Clash. And we got some payouts, some bonuses, all that good stuff that we can talk about. Here's our schedule right here. Google Documents, loading the page. We're going to throw it up on the screen for you. 7-Eleven will be the contender, Dash and Clash. Bonus $10 to the Clash winner. Then we have Daytona, 150 laps. Bonus $20 to that winner. That'll be on the 18th. So every Monday, we'll be going live. Try to get the stream up at about 7:45 for you. Try to hit qualifying, get the pre-race interviews underway. And maybe we'll learn some more about these guys, these new names that Michael Newman, Dennis Faircloth, and Cody Atkins. I do know that name. What else we got? Got a few of these other guys that didn't elect to take a qualifying run.
Yeah, with this size field, it's not going to really matter We see next week, probably going to be a lot of guys trying to keep it safe, not qualifying, to just kind of stay in the back, field to field out. That's typically a strategy I go for, and your thing's going to work, and then it doesn't, and then typically whatever strategy you try to pull here, a lot of times it doesn't matter. It's just you got to see what the night brings.
I know in previous experiences, a lot of drivers talk about how they approach this place. If they don't think about wrecking, they won't. If they come in here prepared to wreck, they absolutely will. And sometimes you sandbag it, the race goes green the whole time. You were so worried about a wreck, and the field leaves you. So you never know what's going to happen at one of these places for sure.
Yeah, I think the best strategy is just come in and just accept that something's going to happen. You know what it is. That's all you can do.
We're sitting here. We're just killing some time, guys. It's BTDY live on DNA, presented by Simulators Anonymous. A lot of great sponsors here to be part of this league. We're going to have a bunch of promotional videos and put together some pretty cool sponsor deals for this league. They've got a great group of guys, and I'm amazed already of how large. I mean, they've got more channels in their Discord than I have in my entire setup. Like, I try to keep up with it. I had to unmute it today, and I don't think it stopped dinging.
Yeah, I've been into this league for about 1 or 2 seasons and been really impressed by the leadership here and all the sponsors. Just awesome to see for an iRacing league.
For sure, man. Nick does a hell of a job. I know that there's other guys. Alan Dice got some privileges here, and a lot of guys working really hard. So Nick Starling, he's been on top of it all the way through, every step of the way, reminding me like, hey, the 11th, don't forget. And introduced me to you as well, Eric, and I'm happy you did. You got a good voice for it, so we'll see how it goes, buddy. I think it's going to go great.
I appreciate that. We'll see what the season brings. Like I said, race with a lot of these guys, so it's going to be cool seeing it from a different view.
I always get that itch, man, by lap 5 or so. I'm wishing that I was down there on the track, and then maybe see that first guy spin out, and then I'm glad I'm not down there, especially when it comes to paying in. Maybe your night ends a little early, and the anxiety that brings, right?
Yeah, it's always frustrating, and like we said, especially at a track like this, but really any track, you always come in happy, excited to start the race, and something out of your control happens, and it just really kills the mood.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the weather up here on screen for you. The sim racing apps overlays tend to mess with me here. They're not always functional, but we'll try our best to get some driver info up on the track, and hopefully it's accurate, because sometimes that doesn't work either. I've been looking into ATVO, which would be a complete overhaul of everything I got going on, and it just destroys your core count. I do have a decent setup, but maybe a standalone streamer might be in the works for that. We'll see how it goes. There's our weather info. It's transparent. Let's put it up on the screen. There it is. 91 with a 137 track temp. Winds are pretty light out of the north. That's very hot. Greasy, isn't it?
Yeah. It shouldn't really matter that much here, but I've been in a few races. I'm not sure what the current setup's like, but I've been in a few races where on old tires it can get a little greasy on exit, especially if you take 2 trying to strategize with green flag pit stops.
So partly cloudy. We'll have some cloud cover change, maybe darken up one of these turns and make it a little less greasy. Relative humidity, very tacky out there, 67%, which is actually rather mild for a southern state here in Alabama. But 0% fog, wouldn't expect anything less. It's an afternoon race. We're getting ready to set up. 48 seconds left till grid. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
we'll go through your grid.
We're seeing 0% tape on here, so it should definitely help with 91 degrees. No matter the temperature, these cars are going to get hot. That's something to look forward to tonight.
Yeah, these guys running no tape, that's going to be detrimental. You get behind a guy for too long, overheat that thing, blow your engine up, end your day. Let's get your grid up here on screen with 15 seconds left. We'll go through your standings real quick. All these buttons I have to push. I'm trying to find the right one. There we go. That's not it. Total failure. Let's start top 10 because I think we're gonna have to do at least 20. Let's do this one. There we go. All right, Michael Newman with a 54.65 is going to start on your pole. And as they get ready to take the grid, Brett Sommer starting on the outside. So 12 car, fastest one out there tonight. His outside, Brett Sommers in the 77. Take us through Alan Dice, that 5 car, going to start third. Nicholas Starling, the 7 machine, going to start in 4th. And rounding out your top 5, that's the 8 car of Cody Atkins. Take us on through, Eric.
Yeah, starting 6th, we see Dennis Steele in that 28 car. In 7th, Dennis Faircloth in that Geico number 80. It's a good looking car. Starting in 9th, it's going to be Dallas Sullivan, 46 car. Alongside Kevin McGarvey in the 00. Another good looking paint. Behind him, Lane Sulfridge in the starting 11th and 71 car with Kyle McGarvey alongside him, and running out the field, Robert Gilmore in that 40 car.
We had a couple guys not gridded yet. Eric Hutton, and it looks like maybe Kyle McGarvey there on the outside. Might have missed him. Going to start in the 12th. This is going to be all over the place. That 9 car doesn't grid. It's going to mix everything up. All right, so here we are. We're sitting on a scenic cam. Let's get this thing charged back up. These guys, a lot of fans here to watch tonight. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. On your pole, Ultra 12 car, Michael Newman. We're going to roll in with him real quick. Maybe get a quick, we can find him. Do we have the number 12 in Discord? I don't see the number. That's your pole sitter, though, for tonight. Well, we've got a few different guys that, maybe the numbers are a little mixed up here tonight as well. We've got the 77 of, actually Kevin McGarvey's got a 77 on his name. Oh, these guys got me all over the place, Eric.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe some cup numbers that are different and could be throwing off Discord.
So inside, Michael Newman. We'll go on board with the gyro cam. One of my favorite cameras to start this thing out. You can see the G-forces as they head into turn 1. And then we'll get your action. Hopefully we can keep it clean and green for 45 laps, Talladega. It's going to be fun. You're going to see some guys do some weird stuff here with 5 to go. We'll try to get every ounce of action that we can squeeze in here. And we'll save this replay file, get you guys a nice promotional video. And BTDY, remember, the 11th Clash will be starting off. Eric Hutton, got the voice for broadcasting. Think you'll take the green here. We'll get him started off right.
All right. Look at those purple wheels on a 12 car. Really like that. That's a good looking paint.
Chromed him out too. Anodized steel. Hopefully that helps with the aerodynamics of that machine. He can keep it up in the lead.
Yeah, every little bit counts.
He's got a fast car behind him here to lead him off. When we get through this dog leg, I think that 5 car will be glued right back to the 12. We're going to see a push on the outside by 3 7s. And Nick Starling, I've not watched these guys draft yet. I've seen their little tandem that they did prior to this in practice, but nobody really stood out as a good lead car yet.
Yeah,
Pace
hopefully
car's
we won't
pulling
be
off.
seeing 5 wide like we were seeing in practice, but you never know.
You never do. Pace car's off. Here we go, getting ready to go green.
Long way to the start-finish line here. Keeping it slow through the tri-oval. I believe restart zones are in effect tonight. That's something new to look for this year. Entering green flag, and they're off. Looks like the inside line got a little bit better start there, but the outside line is going to get hooked up. And I think that's going to prevail here on the backstretch.
Getting hooked up on the outside already. The 77, Brett Sommers, Nick Starling getting hooked up right away. Alan Dice finally getting caught up to the inside line. Looks like the 7's going to start pushing already, getting a run ahead of steam on the outside coming out of 2. 77 got a nose on him.
Yeah, looking pretty even here. The inside line is looking just a little bit better organized. Maybe the 7s are getting out front pretty far. See him going even through 3 and 4 right now.
Sommers did have the lane to clear and get to that inside in front of the 12, but the 12's pushing back. Newman on the inside again. Here's the run through the dog leg.
Yeah, once again, it's clear, and he's going to take it right there. Interested to see if we see any guys working together that might not clear it, or it might not hop down low when they are clear. And that's a way to work the outside if you have friends there, so you can just control both lanes.
I think Newman was having a head of steam there. He actually dropped and tagged the apron into 1. Thought we were going to have maybe a little bit of an accident, but he was able to gather it up. Now he's got the run to the outside. Man, is that 77 leaving a wide lane there.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Very tempting.
Lead now.
Very tempting. So there it is, another lead change. And it seems like the outside's where you want to be if you want to take a spot away.
Yeah, a lot of times on the inside, once you're 3 or 4 car lengths back, you just can't go anywhere. If the outside lane's all stacked up, you just have to jump up like 12 did right there and hope that they can carry it to the front.
Big move by Michael Newman to take the outside. Let's see if he's got some drafting help. He's got the 28 of Dennis Steele now on his bumper.
If I'm the 12 car here, I kind of want to stay on the outside lane as long as I have support behind me so I can keep my options available. If you get down the line, get down the inside line, the same thing's going to happen to you. Cars are just going to ride up and get right past you. You're not going to have any options there.
That side draft is also going to be detrimental. You just see him coming off 4, a little head of steam. The 7's kind of bobbling, and a 5. Alan Dice moved up in front of the 12. Now they're 3 wide through the dog leg.
As
Dice
I say,
is sitting duck here.
taking it 3 wide now. I don't want to be in that middle lane here. I want to see what line gets strength. Is that the 00 dropping down to the middle now? I think the top lane is going to lose its momentum here.
Got Newman on the very top line. 12 car, he started on the pole. He's trying to get back up there to that lead, and they've got a head of steam here as that line broke up in the middle. Car tagging the apron. Is that the 77 car, I think? No, 71?
40. Was it? I think it's a 40 car.
All right, Robert Gilmore is actually the one. Now they've got 3 cars that have broken off a little bit.
Yeah, get down the apron. That'll do it. You can get loose real easy here. We'll have to pay attention to these 3 cars. Make sure they don't start drifting back.
And we got Cody Atkins in the middle. He's trying to push back up there. He's got the 5 of Dice on the back bumper, but they're not quite glued to it. 4-car tandem on the outside line, and Newman now, oh, car in the wall. 2 cars in the wall. Oh boy, Dennis Steele tagged the wall, and then we had the Geico machine of the 80. Dennis Faircloth also tagged the wall. So outside line lost all of its momentum that looked like they were coming.
Yeah, I'm really surprised this inside line has been able to hold on as strong as it has. The 8 car leading it. You see the bottom line prevail now, but still the 7 and the 12 car are keeping strong on the outside. I just didn't expect to see 3 wide or work this well for so long.
6 laps in out of 45, and we went 3 wide for 3 of them now.
Yeah. So,
Guys are doing a hell of a job keeping it clean here. I think that 7 of Nicholas Starling's wanting a push from Newman. Let's get up there now, all the way to the outside. 40 car blocking up there.
that was a
trying
bold
to-
move.
Wow.
lap 6, man.
He's got Band-Aids on the bumper there. It's actually the misspoke on that number. It's the 46 of Dallas Sullivan.
Too many more moves like that. You're going to need some Band-Aids.
Get the big square tape and put it on there. You see a little side draft tag there by the 8. They're still holding on, and at the line, it looks like Dallas Sullivan's going to lead this time by.
Still 3 wide for the lead, man. This is great racing. It's a bit surprising here coming to lap 7, and now we see 46 car changing lanes back down to the middle. 8 car got a good run there.
Bumper full of the 8 car on the 46. 77 to the bottom. Brett Somers trying to make up some ground. These guys have been holding their own, but you know that inside line's going to be getting hot here soon. Now the 46 going to work the bottom line.
Yeah, with that many cars there on the bottom, if they can just get a little bit tighter, I think that's the lane to be in. And you know, three cars in the middle, kind of 3 up top, more so 2. I think we're going to see those 2 fall back, but you know, as I say that, here they come strong, racing for, you know, coming to the lead almost.
Right at the line there, 8 car Cody Atkins barely led it past the 46 and the 7. Maybe a couple hundredths of a second separating those cars. Now the 46, Dallas Sullivan getting ahead of steam again. This bottom line seems to push really well through the turns, but off the exits, I think that middle line, Cody Atkins, they've got it figured out.
Yeah, definitely. Just from being up higher, now you don't have as much wheel in it, so in theory you should be able to create a little bit more speed through the corners. That'll help you there on the exit, but I think it probably just comes down to more help. You know, 5 cars really there, tight on the 8, and so it's allowing them to be aggressive with the 46 and 77 there on the bottom.
I think what we're going to see is maybe some guys falling back in line. Oh, we got new takers now. 80 car Faircloth going to the outside. He's got a guy behind him, 42. Kyle McGarvey's going to try it. His luck. Oh, 8 and 5 going high. So still 3 wide. These guys are shuffling around so much. It's hard to keep track of who's going to go where. 71 all the way down to the apron. Not sure if he's just dropping back. He might be getting hot. He was pushing that 77 for quite a ways there.
Yeah, and that's something you got to watch out for. And as you look at him now, if you do that, you got to be careful you don't go too far back. I think he'll be fine, but even just a little bit, if you're 5/10 off a guy, you know, and they have a good run, it's hard to get back there to the front.
Dropping back to cool that machine down. That's going to open up some doors here. 7 car, Starling in the middle, 12 car. They came from nowhere. Michael Newman from 11th up to 2nd that time around. What a move.
12 car's going to leave him there and go to the high line at the 8. See if Nick stays in the middle. Oh, he's going to block.
Another move. Now the Band-Aid car to the outside. This is going to open up the door for Somers to get maybe back to the lead as these guys shuffle up.
Yeah, Dallas Sullivan there at 46 is making every lane work. Top, middle, bottom, it doesn't matter. We'll be up front leading it.
As we come off of turn 4, Somers has the nose, but we get some of these guys that settle down a little bit, maybe work with the dude for a couple laps. They could go up there and take this away, no problem. A little bit of damage on that 28 of Dennis Steele. We saw him tag the wall earlier. Coca-Cola machine got a little right front ding in it, but doesn't seem to be affecting it too bad. He's up there pushing pretty well.
Yeah, I think as long as you're in 2nd or 3rd behind a car, you're not going to feel that. Might be a little bit slower leading the pack, but probably not enough to really matter.
But you can see Starling actually has a dimple in the back of his bumper, and that actually will affect the car more, was being on that rear spoiler. Might make it handle and push a little funky. Oh, we're going to have one. We're going to have one right here.
Yes.
Wow. Little bobble and check up by the 28. Got the 8 car out of shape into the 46. I thought we were having one there for sure.
That was close. It looks like 8 car has a little right rear damage on it too. Getting into car out on the outside.
Trying to pick a lane. Wow, he's in the middle. He's stuck now. So Somers is in the middle. He's done. He's got the 8 to push, but Darling, and now the 00. Kevin McGarvey's making moves.
And lap 12 of 45. We're, since the drop of the green flag when racing like this, 10 to go.
Tell you, we've had probably 26 lead changes since the beginning of this thing, and we're not even halfway. Some of these guys looking really tight, though. That fuel's starting to burn out, and we know what happens when that back end gets light. The front end doesn't want to turn anymore.
Yeah, especially if you got a guy in your bumper pushing it hard out of the corner, it'll go with a
Oh, there it is, right there, 12 car.
12 car hard on the wall.
No caution yet. I think they might have to throw a yellow. We've got a few cars taking out cones.
There it is.
We're going to get an instant replay of what happened. It looked like it was mid-pack there, the 12, and somebody else, maybe the 8. Yeah, 8 car damaged big time, no hood on it.
8 car and Lyle in the 71 got a piece of it too.
All right, we're rewinding here. We're going to take it on a wide angle. We got the 12 car and the 71. Looks like, oh, the 8 came down in front of the 12. Maybe he thought he was clear. Rode it all the way to the inside pit wall with the 71. Wow.
Yeah, 8 and 71, I think it's safe to say, are going to be done for tonight.
It's a wonder the 8 car even runs back to the pit road. We're going to look at that one more time.
Interested to see what happened here at the 8. He was running well.
Well, I know he tried to make a move down to that inside line. I think he thought he was clear, or he got a touch maybe from the 7.
Bump? Yeah, you know, going through a trial bowl, it's real light there. If he got a bad bump, that could easily have sent him down.
So let's go on board with the 7 car. We'll go in slow motion. There it is right there, the tag. That's what sent him.
Bumps. You know, you wonder if that right rear damage, if that, you know, helped turn them, because it doesn't look like a bump that would turn a guy.
Well, I'm sure apologies were made. I know the 7 wouldn't mean to do that, but yeah, like you said, that crinkled him right in. It maybe almost impossible for him to hit the bumper square, and that's just what sent him around.
Yeah, then again, that tribal, man, it's tough to push through a tribal without wrecking a guy, because your car is so light. You're not loaded. You're turning, but you're not loaded like you are with the higher banking in the main corners. It's tough.
All right, leading him down pit road. Kevin McGarvey's going to bring him down. Got the 80 car behind him, and Dennis Faircloth, Brett Somers, Gilmore, McGarvey. That's your top 5. As pretty much everyone's going to pit, I think. Probably be able to make it from here on out on one stop if we don't have a bunch more cautions. So there's the first guy in the stall.
It's going to be about 28, 29 to go.
See who wins the race off pit road.
80% fuel. It might be a bit tight. I'm not sure what the range is on here.
Maybe if you're the leader, you might have to cycle back and forth to make it all the way. But I think when we go green, if these guys save enough in that draft, I think those guys might be okay to go to the end.
Yeah, I should see him shutting the car off here under caution. Looks like the 40 car stayed out. I don't know if he has a strategy planned with teammates or what.
Robert Gilmore, he went down to that apron, went all the way back, finds himself in P1 now. Kevin McGarvey right behind him. I tell you what, McGarvey was just kind of quiet there through most of that run. These guys up front were going 3 wide, and McGarvey just kind of sat there and was really patient and found himself in the lead right before that caution.
Yeah, it's probably thrown off going green, and you're immediately 3 wide for 6 or 7 laps or what it was. You know, sometimes you just get a feel for it and say, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of that. Kind of drop back a little bit and just have a quiet day, and a lot of times that'll bring you to the front.
Going in stealth mode, there's a lot that can be said about that. Guys don't expect you to make that move. You didn't do it all race long, and then suddenly you're putting it to the outside, and you can do that. I'm seeing guys be sleepers, and
They'll hypnotize you. You just see them in your mirror the whole race, and next thing you know, they're in front of you. All right, lights are about to go out on the pace car here. We're going to take the 1 to go. This is a long track to pace around, so same thing with Daytona. We will have commercial breaks when we go to Daytona for the Clash. But yeah, man, we'll try to get a post-race interview with their winner as well, just to get a feel for how the audio will be. This is a full-on test stream. Drivers Network America. This will be my first season here with BTDY, but I think it's going to be a good one, Eric. I think we got something, some chemistry already, and we're working well together.
I sure hope so, man. Hopefully I'll get the invite back, and we'll have a great season here. These guys are great to work with and race, and I think the Xfinity car puts on a good show, especially at some of the more traditionally boring tracks, depending on the setup. But just noticed got a couple cars that came back down pit road to top off. Yeah,
They might be trying that strategy. I mean, this is going to be cutting it close, like you said. They might be trying to make it all the way.
yeah, it looks like the 1277 and the 7 came down. Maybe the 28 as well. I couldn't tell, but
Yep, he's coming out now. Gonna have some cars that were trying to save those fast repairs too. Maybe had a little bit of damage. Trying to get those things fixed up because we did see a little ding on the back of the 7 car. We're gonna look through Dennis Steele's windshield here and see if that 28 car did get fixed up. It looks clean now.
yeah, right front looks a whole lot better.
And Dennis Steele's car is nice and clean as well. All right, getting ready to go green. Doubling up here at the front. 40 car. Electing not to pit. You know he's going to be close on fuel. He might be just trying to get a feel for what the lead is going to be like. And then next week is really similar tracks, so.
Yeah, he's going to have to pit sometime tonight. You certainly don't want to pit by yourself here at this track.
Well, we got the league sponsor there on the hood of that machine. Simulators Anonymous on Robert Gilmore's car. Got a Twitch name on the back of that car. We're going to get on Alan Dice's windshield and take a look at that. Mad Cat Felix on Twitch there. So you guys can check that out as well. Your leader probably streaming right now. Let's see if he gets his hands full.
To the restart zone. He takes off.
Green flag is out. That might be too much of a jump.
Yeah, a lot of times you almost want to lay back on the green so you can get the help behind your coming.
He's got no help. He's out there probably 2 car lengths now. 5 car Alan Dice. I see a move coming here with the 46 and the 5 right away.
Yeah, it feels real spread out. We gotta be careful with these runs like we're seeing. Here comes the 5, just passing them.
Like they were sitting still, and there goes Alan Dice to the lead. Now they're checking down. 46 going to follow suit. There's his drafted partner. Now they're getting grouped up, but the 40 has nowhere to go. He didn't get much help from McGarvey either.
Yeah, those are things to learn in this practice race. Next week, you know, it's not what you want to do if you don't have any help. But, you know, he's still third. Nothing, no harm, no foul there.
Well, I mean, if you can remote learn and do some of these things in a practice race that you wouldn't normally try, see how they work out. I mean, I'll take that risk, you know. But when it comes to money points on the line, I'm going to try. Oh, there's the 40 car getting turned. Big wreck. Big wreck. They're still wrecking.
2 cars drifting, and they're going to save it.
I think we're going to have an admin yellow come out for that. Yep. iRacing not throwing a caution for that. We had cars bouncing all over the place, but none of them actually spun out on the racing surface. Run into the 7, looked like it was destroyed there for a moment, but it's back on. I think the damage model maybe on the 40 car is completely toast.
Maybe that machine started sputtering on him. Maybe he had less fuel than he thought he did. I don't know.
Yeah,
Big touch, though.
They definitely made contact through the corner, and that's, I'll have to go back and look at it, but it's still just another really just slight bump, and it just does it.
Here we go. We're going to sit right here. But the 12 looks like they're getting a push on the 80 car. And just a slight touch to the 40. Up the track into the 42. Back to the outside wall. Right to the side of Nicholas Starling and then the wall. We had cars wrecking for almost the entire back straightaway.
Yeah.
And to gather it back up. That was crazy. And Nick Starling, kudos to him for not totally hitting the inside retaining wall. We'll go back one more time and look at that because he had one hell of an impact on the side of that machine.
Yeah, just a little drift up and then a hard hit to the 7.
Even a second hit on the 42 almost could have sent him to the inside wall.
Hey, how about that save though? He had that thing cranked about 180 degrees in each direction and kept her straight.
And these guys did a hell of a job getting through that, and it thought we were going to have a bigger crash than what we did. A lot of cars involved in it, though.
Yeah, just the slightest bump like we saw with the earlier crash. And, you know, the earlier crash, I saw the right rear. You know, the car bumped into the right rear and it spun on. This one was more in the left rear. And typically the left rear is a lot more sensitive in my experience to getting hit.
I can tell you right now, tough break right here for this guy. He started on the pole, and he does have a fast repair, but he's been getting caught up in that crazy stuff and hasn't found his way back to the lead. It's the 12 of Michael Newman. Another guy that's seen some success here early and is now out of fast repairs, it appears. The back end of that machine very tore up. It's Nick Starling. So we're going to see some of these guys be a little off pace, I think, after this second caution.
Yeah, fast repairs being a, you know, running out here. Gonna wonder if we're gonna see the racing kind of tame out, because I was expecting it to a little bit, but in those 2 laps, you know, right after a crash, we're seeing back 3 wide, and look what happened.
Just seemed like nobody wanted to work with that 40 car. He got stuck in the middle, fell pretty fast, and that run with the 7 car and the 8 car, just nowhere to go, and that's... I mean, he was a sitting duck, so...
Yeah, it's frustrating to be in that middle car. I believe it was the 80 that was in the middle there. I'm not sure, but when you got a guy pushing you behind, and there's a slower car coming up in front that's going to take your lane, and even if you lift, you got a guy right on you, and it's a tough spot to be in. If you lift, there's a chance that you get turned, and if you don't lift, then you do to turn in. It's tough.
They call that the domino effect, and it happens here consistently. You got nothing but a spoiler in front of you. It's essentially knocking over dominoes. You got nowhere to go, and like you said, you can lift and be courteous, but it might bite you. So you got to know that that guy behind you is aware of what's in front of you. I think Discord chat is one way of communication. These guys always talking and give me a push, or a guy in front checking up, things like that. A lot of lingo. For 45 laps, you can lose your voice going around this place.
Yeah, and incidents like that, everything just comes together so quick. A lot of times you can't get it out and tell the guy behind you fast enough that you need to check up. And you know, you hate to wreck the field, but a lot of times if you stay in it, you can just turn the guy and then prevail out yourself, which, you know, you don't ever want to wreck people, at least not usually, but a lot of times you just gotta be selfish here.
Hey, you know what? It's kind of like cutting the back of your hair. If you cut your own hair and your back of your head's messed up, everything behind you, that's someone else's problem.
There you go. That's perfect.
So we're sitting here at 71. Lane Sulfridge found himself up there in the lead. I think he elected not to pit. Alan Dice on the outside. Dallas Sullivan, Cody Atkins, and Kevin McGarvey, your top 5. I mean, we've got 12 cars still out here on the track. Some of these guys a little damaged. Nicholas Starling, I think he's going down pit road trying to get that back fixed. And, man, that thing is crinkled up. But we'll see. It might have enough to keep up with these boys. There's Faircloth there, just involved in that accident, and we got the 40 car 7, and what was that other number 12 car? A lot of these guys last fast repairs, so.
Yeah, if I'm going to have damage, I'd rather have it in the rear. But we'll have to keep an eye on Nick and see if he's able to hold a draft, especially starting there in the back of the field.
Gonna be interesting to see what the Lane Sulford has got for these guys. He's been quiet all night long. Starting on the inside here, and maybe these guys learned something from that last restart. 40 car got way too much of a gap, and in my opinion, that led the run for the 5 and the 46 to just charge on through. It was quick.
Yeah, but the 5 and the 46 have been working together, and I assumed the 8 with them pushing them around here on the base laps. Interested to see if they all 3 group together and kind of leave Lane out in the dust.
Finally got the paint scheme to load for that 5 machine as well. Affinity 4 Gaming on the back of that. We had Exalta on when we first started, and here we are. Getting ready to go green. Pace car's off.
Have to see if the 46 is going to work his way up to the 71.
Green flag, green flag.
Looks like 71 got the jump here. Maybe not as hard as we saw last restart, but man, that's a big gap.
46 has got a big gap behind him too. He's gonna have to get up there quick, but there maybe be able to clear dice. There he is to the outside. Yet again, left him out to dry. The guy that got the jump is gonna get left behind, and the 46-5 tandem gonna move right to the outside down the back straightaway. I think they'll clear him into 3.
Yeah, that's just tough not having teammates around you. When you're surrounded by other teammates, that's just the way it goes.
Now the 71 of Salford's trying to find somebody to work with, anybody that he can just get some draft with, because he's a sitting duck right now. 8 car to the outside. Cody Atkins all by his lonesome, side drafting up to 2nd. Oh boy.
He's gonna get a decent run here on the 8, and the 80 and 42 are gonna be here to help him, but you know,
71 with a push. There's a lap led for the 8 of Cody Atkins. What a move on that side draft. Able to maintain just enough to nab that lead away from the 46 of Dallas Sullivan. And we're 3 wide again.
Well, we were wondering if they're all learned from 2 wrecks. Clearly not, because here we are back 3 by 3 by 3.
3 by 3 from the lead back to 12th. And they got guys that are a little bit damaged. That 7 car, somehow he's up there all the way to the bottom of the track for the 80.
80 and, we say earlier, 46, very confident in those moves. Car must be handling pretty well to pull that on corner entry.
Wow, a little touch there. The 46 might not have been too happy about that break of momentum, and now the 8 car. Cody Atkins is going to have to shove. 46 leading this time by. It looks like the middle groove might be where you want to be when we count down 1 to go.
Yeah, this middle groove is a whole lot stronger than I was expecting it. I don't know if it's just guys working together better or what the deal is. I haven't really seen it that strong.
But it's still side by side. Maybe 3 wide. Yeah, it's still 3 wide back there in about 10th position. Dennis Steele in the middle. Trying to get back up there with a partner. 42 in the middle. Band-Aid now left out to dry. Guys are starting to shuffle it. I don't think they have a partner yet.
Oh,
4 wide here through the dog leg.
Oh, man.
And there's the contact. 46 bouncing off the 8. The 8 sideways, and there's the wreck.
Oh, man.
Caution, yellow flag.
That's
Man,
the big one right there.
field. Oh, hard hit for the 71.
Wow. Hard lick to the inside wall. Dennis Steele, 42 car as well. McGarvey. Pace car drove through the 71 car. He was limping around. He has no nose piece at all on the front of that machine.
It's looking like there's about 4 clean cars through that wreck.
Yeah, I believe the top 3 made it through unscathed, and then that last car was up on the outside back far enough that he was able to just drive around all of it. But let's get an instant replay. We saw it happening. We knew it was going to happen when they went 4 wide there.
it looks like the 46 maybe just, I don't know, if he's a little bit higher than what the 8 thought. They bounce off each other, and once you do that once, especially through the tri-oval, you just, it's hard to keep it straight. They just,
Wow, look at that lick that the 71 just took, though. Let's go back a little bit further. This car went airborne off the inside wall.
like he's almost gonna make it through, and then his turn. Ooh, a hit again, and then into the inside wall.
I also want to get a clip of Dennis Steele because his back end came off the ground. It was, what a lick there. That, I tell you what, it's a good thing that we're not in a real life car. Some of these guys might be hurt from some of these hits. Look how hard he got hit to launch that car.
Nothing you can do. Holding your line down at the bottom. Next thing you know, you're done.
Well, again, we'll show you the lick that the 71 took. You see this bobbing and weaving, the touch, 46 into the 8. Almost sneaking through it. It was the 71. He's got her wide open. He couldn't stop getting hit, man. There's too many cars involved in that.
Yeah, you know, that gave us a good view to the front 4, and I think that's just a product of being 4 wide through the tri-oval. It's just tough to hold the cars through there.
There's the 71 taking his fast repair. 46 car probably going to take it behind the wall tonight. That Ford Mustang looking pretty rough. Band-Aid not going to fix that one. I believe we're going to go up here, the 80 car. He's going to be the guy unscathed. 12, thank goodness for him. He's been in a lot of accidents tonight. Not of his own doing. He was able to sneak through that time through.
Yeah, it's tough to see at 46 without Sullivan. We were talking about him a whole bunch, moving, you know, from the top to the bottom and pushing and getting pushed. And he was having a good run.
Well, he's had his partner out there, and we knew the 5 was working well with him. And now 5's going to have to find a new guy to get comfortable with. Picking that 12 car, that was your pole sitter, and those guys were only a couple hundred of a second off each other to get around this place. They might know something that might have something in common to get around.
Yeah, I'm also going to keep an eye on the 00 car, Kevin McGarvey. Seems like each caution we see, he just happens to be there nice and clean. I believe he still has a fast repair left, so be interested to see how if he's able to keep it clean up front like he has been.
He's been very passive, not very aggressive there on the restarts. He's letting guys in, and it's paying off for him so far. Probably got the crystal ball up on the dash telling him where and when.
Yeah, you gotta have something here at these plate tracks.
Let's check in here on that dash. I don't see one, but he's got something going on. He knows something we don't. See what Kevin McGarvey's got going. 80 car. Saw him up there just a moment ago. A lot of these guys don't have a partner. Every man for himself with 20 to go. I think that if you don't have a partner by now, you're pretty much out of luck. You're just going to have to run your own race.
Yeah, I think that's when you gotta be really aggressive with the blocking. So you're not gonna pass me. You're gonna push me. That's the only thing you can't do if you don't have friends up there.
The 12 car still on the track. Dennis Steele down on pit road, but Alan Dice, Nicholas Starling. I think Dice is going to just top off with fuel here real quick. Get back out on the track. 7 cars, Starling. We saw him having some damage issues. Maybe the back of that thing looks like it's fixed up. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
Maybe these guys parking it?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not going to make the green if they don't get going. I know the 7 and 5 are sitting there. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Yeah, to your point earlier, with no friends, man, there's 8, 9 cars here. I mean, if 2 guys decide they don't want to push you, you're going to the back.
Hey, it's going to be tough right here for this guy. Try to get him in a picture frame. He's on that outside. I'm trying to, I can't tell the number of the car. It's the 8. He's got no rear bumper on that machine at all.
Yeah, That's not going to play out in his favor. I think the car behind him's got a little damage, but not to that extent. And I think he'll be passing him pretty quick through 1 and 2.
Dennis Steele got a little ding there on that right front on the hood, and that's not going to slow him down near as much as that 8 car is going to be slowed down. Pace car getting ready to pull off. 80 car, Dennis Faircloth, going to lead him off to the start. Just about here to that restart zone. Let's see that slight red line on the outside wall. That's going to be the go pedal. 00 on the outside. Let's see who gets grouped up first.
Geico number 80 heading to the Geico restart zone. We'll see if
Green flag, green
he
flag.
gets the jump like we've seen in all the previous other leaders, and he does.
Wow, are
Big
they
jump.
leaving? But a lot of damage on that car there. About 3 rows back on that 40. He's got some right front, and there's a 77, Brett Sommers. He could get a partner. He could get a run up there and pass these guys.
Yeah, we saw the flame out of the side of the 80. I don't know. Oh, 12
Wow.
down low.
I think the 12's backing it off. I don't think he wants to be a part of this quite yet. We got 2 guys doing this, and this might be a little dangerous.
Yeah. Never been
They
a
lost-
fan going to the bottom there. I'd rather stay
They
high.
lost a lot of ground, too. Dennis Steele's going to have to get the push, and that 12's going to lose a ton of time.
I think Steele has a little bit damaged too. That's not going to do him any favors.
Impressive. This 8 car still hanging strong. He's up there with these boys. He's not lost the draft. He's on the inside line right behind the 46, and he's still going.
Well, you know, NASCAR mandates that part for anything over a mile, right? So maybe it'll be beneficial.
Just lighten up that machine a little bit. Lucas Oil lubricating the engine. He's good to go. He's still got it in the oil pan, and who needs that back splitter when you've got a front you can push?
Hey, just don't want anybody trying to push it.
Looks like a wheelie bar on a drag car. That machine's looking fast. That's impressive how good it's getting around here still.
Making
got the-
moves up here.
Yeah, pushing the 46 car, Dallas Sullivan. These guys are just hanging with him. If they got up there in the front, I don't know that they could maintain it, but they are still hanging with him. Oh, 16 laps to go. 80 car. Dennis Faircloth still holding on. 00 Kevin McGarvey right behind him. 42 Kyle McGarvey. So maybe some brothers or father son. Not sure on the names there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're going to see a little bit more traditional racing here. You know, as I say that, it looks like somebody was trying to split it, but 15 to go. I mean, this guy's got to be worn out. Three big wrecks, running out of fast repairs. I think you gotta just count down laps here and say, hey, let's get back at it. About 5 to go.
I tell you what, Alan Dice and Nicholas Starling to get back out there on the track just in time to go to the outside. And here they go, trying to get around Brett Sommers to the outside line. 3 wide.
That 77 car by itself. Maybe the 46. Dallas Sullivan's looking for him and see if they can make something happen here in the middle. Good run by Nick Starling at 7 in the 5 car.
One heck of a move, but they didn't get the pass. They didn't get it cleared, and now they're left out to dry as well. You saw the 77 drop back in line. That was a good move for him. Brett Sommers on the bumper of the 42. Kevin McGarvey, or Kyle McGarvey. If they can clear the 5, I think they can make a run now.
2 cars on the outside. I'd be surprised if they're just sticking with it, using that side draft, but it's going to be hard for me to see a 5 car getting up in the lead. But, yeah, they're making progress.
Able to hold their own. Alan Dice, Nick Starling, just holding on here on this outside. No cars in their tandem. 2 cars by themselves. That inside line is a freight train. And these guys are the station trying to catch up to them.
You gotta wonder what the temps are in that 7 car. just fanned out right here. Don't know if he got.
Yeah. Oh, there it
there's
is.
the 42.
The yellow flag is out.
Damn. I don't think he got too much damage from that though.
No, you got turned. I think actually the 77 got the worst end of that deal. Maybe some right front damage on that machine.
Yeah,
Go
looks
back
like
and take a look.
it's got a little bit on there.
All right, we saw him on the bottom. We're going to ride on board with the 77 car. He's on board with Brett Sommers. A little bobble up the track.
Good job keeping it off the wall there. Just another left rear tap.
I think we're going to see one more time, but maybe the 42 floated up the line a little bit. Maybe bobbled. Oh, just a little bit.
Maybe he checked up. He's getting a little close to the car in front. But yeah, he went up the track just a little bit. And just tapping that left rear and you're done. It'll just send you right around in the corner.
All right, this will be our 4th caution of the night. I am keeping track of that correctly, right?
Yeah, 4th, I believe.
All right. I didn't have my tally marker put up here tonight, but 4 cautions with 13 laps to go. We're just going to see these guys come down pit road. I guarantee it. We're going to see 4 tires. Top it off with a little bit of fuel. You don't want to make the machine too heavy, but if we have a green-white checker, you want to have enough to go to the end. You know these boys are they're hungry. You could see Starling, Alan Dice working together on that outside line just prior to that caution. They were holding their own for a moment there, but they're going to need more guys on that outside, I think, for it to work.
Interested to see if the 77 car uses a fast repair here. He has very minimal damage, and you know we still got. What is it going to be, about 10 to go? Do you want to save a fast repair?
I would keep it in my back pocket. I don't think that damage is going to be bad enough to hurt you, and I think that car could lead the race. He's going to need a partner. We saw him get left out to dry by the 5 and the 7. Nobody worked with him. He had to slide back in line, get behind the 42. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I would save it. It's probably what he's doing here. He might just sit here and just take the damage, traditionally, see what they can get fixed, and then, if there's something else with 10 to go, use that last fast repair.
Track's plenty big enough for anything over a minute and a half. After that, you might want to consider. I don't even think, man, maybe half a minute of repairs for that car.
Yeah, it can't be too much. It honestly doesn't look that much different. So usually, that tells you that it couldn't have been that bad to start with if you can't visually see the repairs done. So, and with that being just a little crinkle in the hood, I think if he stays behind a car, he'll be able to push just fine.
We're back here up here to the front. This guy just let it off the last time. That's Dennis Faircloth. He's maintaining the lead here through the later portion of this race. Geico 80 car looking really good. Kevin McGarvey, he's got a fast repair. We know that guy is ready to go if anything does happen. Little shuffle through the field. Nicholas Starling is going to be in 3rd. Cody Atkins behind him. I seem to be saying this name more and more every week. I've been talking about Cody Atkins in some other leagues, and if he runs over in another league that I'm broadcasting for, and I've seen this guy do some crazy stuff, and there it is. There's the fast repair, so he's got a Camaro logo back on that bumper.
Yeah, we see him do. He's been running well tonight. I don't want to jinx the guy, but double zero is looking pretty good. Sitting in a good spot, clean car, clean all night. Sure, he has fast repairs left. If I was a bet man, I think my money's on that double zero.
So that's your pick. I don't know, man. I'm more of an aggressive guy. I want to see something aggressive that really defines somebody moving. And for me, that's been this 5 car and then maybe even the 7 car. These guys have been on the hunt. They've been moving well. I'd like to say the 46 was in that bag too, but he might be a little more conservative. I don't know. I don't know what the damage how many repairs he has or what he's got going on. We'll see. But for me right now, it's the 5 of Alan Dice. I see him moving up through here, dicing up the field.
Yeah, there you go. If there's one thing we've seen tonight, it's aggression. So, yeah, it might be the right call.
I know there's give and take, and we haven't seen a lot of that tonight. It was a short race to start off, but you got to be aggressive here at the end. And those guys have shown that they can make the moves. I want to see 3 wide to the end. Keep it green all the way up to the finish line, and then you can wreck them if you want.
Yeah, and I think short race, multiple fast repairs, you know, that kind of allows guys to feel a lot more comfortable, you know, racing as aggressively as they have been. So, interested to see on this restart. We've always just seen that the front car just get a huge jump, and it's never really worked out for them. So, I wonder if the 80 car is going to do that again, or maybe the 7. I don't believe they're teammates, but you know, maybe the 7 will be a little close up on his bumper. Typically, that's what you want to do. Is the second car is you know, push the guy, because it's going to benefit both of you.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a power move maybe with 8 and the 5 car. If they get too much of a gap, another mistake by one of these leaders like that, and then you're going to see another Alan Dice and Nick Starling pass on the outside. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like being a leader on the inside hasn't been the spot where you want to be tonight.
Might be throwing these guys off too with having this restart zone the way it's set up. Maybe it's throwing these guys off, but pace car is out. We're getting close to that line. Right here, 80 car, Dennis Faircloth.
Green flag,
Got the
green
7
flag.
glued to the bumper, and green flag is out. Not a big jump this time, but the 00. Uh-oh. That might be too much of a gap there. All 3 of these cars.
Yeah, you know, with 2 cars getting that big of a jump, it's definitely going to be better than what we've seen with just 1. But yeah, then here comes 00. Drop it down to make it 3. I think it'll be fine with that. But yeah, it's good to see Nick you know, time that restart a lot better than what we have been seeing.
So there's the gap right there. Back to the 40 car. Robert Gilmore. Already guys shuffling to the outside line. 8. Cody Atkins. 46. Dallas Sullivan. Here they come up, trying to get that middle line working again. To Alan Dice. There's the 5 car. 3rd row in this tandem. They're getting the steam. 80 car trying to hold on to it. He's got Nick Starling right behind him. Bumper full intensity, picking it up. 9 laps to go this time by, and there goes Starling making that aggressive move. Big block on the 8 car.
Just killed that group's momentum. We see they had a huge head of steam coming there, and they've been the most aggressive guys that we've seen tonight, like we were talking about earlier. And as soon as Nick blocked that, I mean, they just stalled out. Let's see if they're gonna push them here, or if they'll try to split them 3. He needs to watch out for that.
Cody Atkins already trying to peek that inside. There he goes to the bottom of the track. Great move. 46 trying to follow suit. I think we're going to get these guys that they don't want together. That 5 of Dice and that 46 of Dallas Sullivan's not going to be good for these leaders if those guys can get it going.
No, and the 8 car, I don't know if there's teammates, but he just left those guys that helped him out to the front. They're holding strong, though, with just 2 cars there on the outside. Really side draft from the 80 coming into turn 1. They're going to drive up the track a little bit. Really want to get on that guy's quarter down the straight, heading into the corner, and kind of lift up a little bit. Just like you see him do.
Oh, 5 car out of the groove there. 7 of Starling up into the wall. I think there was a little more pushing they wanted.
77 drop back there.
Oh boy, Alan Dice lost a lot of momentum there after that bobble, and the 7 hit the wall, but I think Dice had to check up because he lost so much speed in front of him.
And we'll have to see if the 7, 46 can recover. Like the 5 and the 46, here comes the 80 is going to help him out. Going to stall out the 8 here. We'll see if he might get some help right here and take the lead. He's all but clear.
Wow, are they close across that line? 46 and 8 car really almost touching. I don't think you could have fit a piece of paper between those 2.
Great move by the 80 car, Dennis Faircloth. Kind of saw that one building, jumped up front, and stalled out the car in front of him, was able to just hop places real quick, take back the lead.
Oh boy, there's a touch. 46 8 car losing it all the way to the inside wall through the grass.
Coming back
He's
up.
going to slide right up in front. What a job by that 8 car to not face plant a wall.
That was some wheeling.
Wow.
Man,
Incredible driving.
Straight back into the field.
Back up here to the front, though. These guys shuffling around still. Alan Dice finds himself back in the hunt. Unfortunate for Cody Atkins to get sent down there when we got 6 laps to go. We're 3 wide. Front 3 cars, 80, 46, 42. 3 wide coming into 1.
Top line's getting a run here. 00's pushing real tight on the 42. They should get a run here on the backstretch. They got help with 71 car. 77's kind of going with them. He changes his mind, goes back to the bottom, but big run by the 42. I wonder if he's going to clear him down. No, he's staying up top.
He had the clear, but that's going to check up this outside line. You know that Kevin McGarvey was hoping he would clear and get out of his way. He had the 71 pushing strong. Your pick's starting to make some aggressive moves. He's out there on that outside line now.
Yeah, 2 Toyotas. I imagine they're teammates because, man, I think just about anybody would have cleared themselves down and taken that lead. Bottom line.
5 laps to go, and we've seen several lead changes. We don't know who's going to be able to pull it off. Whoever has that last lap push, get that momentum. Might sandbag it a little bit. A lot of wiggling there by the 42 and the 00.
Yeah, they're pushing hard. There goes the 42 this time, taking it down to the bottom.
Well, we're
Now the
sharing last
00.
names. It just occurred to me. Oh boy, that was Kevin up there on the outside, and Kyle there able to clear, but 00 couldn't follow with him.
Man, he really needed to hop down that double, or to the middle rather. Now he's just going back.
Got some help with the 40 car on the outside. 4 laps to go. Robert Gilmore trying to find his way. Oh, and a little touch of the 7. What a save by the 7.
Good save. That's going to upset the outside line here. Watch the 80 car, see if he pulls the same move again. Yeah, he wanted to go high. The 42 followed him up the track.
So Kyle McGarvey, your leader, he's been holding it on, putting the moves up in front, trying to keep the momentum broken on this outside line. Here it comes again, 46, Dallas Sullivan, getting a run on the outside of 4. They're pushing hard. We're going to take 3 to go this time around. Believe the 46 is going to lead it this time by.
Yeah, 46 once again is back up to the front somehow, some way. I think he's been in about 3 or 4 wrecks, but he's back up front when it counts.
You can see some of these guys pushing that maybe shouldn't be pushing. The 00 all over the back bumper of the 40. I thought we were going to have another one.
Really loose right there. Man, I think the 00 needs to give up that 3rd lane. It worked for him once, but he's devoted to it.
Wow, 77 really got left out to dry there. He made that move thinking they were coming with him, and I don't think he has anybody that really is committed to going to that outside line with him.
He's making it work somehow, some way, though. With that 40 car pushing them, I think they're going to lose their momentum here.
Oh, boy. 40 car still on the bumper. Got some side draft. Band-Aid putting it out there just ahead of the 42. You know, McGarvey's trying to get that momentum going, but I don't think the 80's committed to pushing yet.
No, I think he's probably just waiting for the... I mean, you can't really go anywhere in that position he's in, but I think he's waiting for, just the time to make his move.
Yeah, 80 car's looking for a hole. He's looking for a hole, but he's got Starling on the outside, and it hasn't opened up yet. 00 in the middle now. These guys shuffling around. Yet again, the 77 of Brett Sommers out to dry. Here we go, taking the white flag. Are we going to keep it green all the way around this place one more time?
The 46 going to go to the bottom. He's been with the 7s working for him. I wouldn't, but he's clear.
Well, hopefully that 7th car's not getting too hot. Let's ride on board with him. He's going to push here down the back straightaway. Kyle McGarvey making some headroom now. He's going to have to sandbag it a little bit. Get back glued to that bumper of the 7 car.
2 cars
Big 3
on the
wide.
very back.
Big 3 wide here. Almost 4 wide. 5 car Dice tried to peek a move on the inside.
42 cars still doing good.
Kyle McGarvey on the bottom. 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard.
And he's a
Upstairs the
big-
block.
Oh.
There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block
Two
again.
blocks. Double zero's gonna try.
Did he? Oh, really
42
close at the
car.
line. Wow.
Oh man.
The McGarvey brothers putting it up there. 42 00. Let's get a look at that last lap. Get a quick replay of what just went down. A lot of movement there in that back stretch. Shuffled some of these guys up. We could see that run, and you said that 46 and 7 were working well together, and somehow that momentum broke up. Maybe the 7 car was getting hot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
77 to Somers finally found somebody to work with there for just a moment. And then they got loose out of 2. So now we're going right here at the bottom, 42 car. You can see the 46 getting a shove right through the dog leg, and this is going to be where the accident happens. They had the speed, but I think it got broke up right here with this move by the 80 and the 42.
Did the 80 come into the 46? I think the 42 go up the track and the 80 followed him, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe the 42's bumper clipped the front of the 46.
He was looking long, but I'm not sure what happened there.
One more time on board with the 46 car.
Yeah, that just collided, I think.
Then here we go to the line. Double zero's got a huge head of steam as we come out of the dog leg. And just barely inching him out is the 42 of Kyle McGarvey.
Oh man, an
We're
axle
talking
with-
hundredths of a second there at that finish. So, you know, it was fun. It was a fun race to watch.
Yeah, super aggressive. Not what I was expecting, to be honest, but looking back, you know, it makes sense. Pretty short.
Well, it gets you-
kind of a sprint race.
Get you a feel for all of it. We got the caution flags, and we had that downtime. First broadcast here with me, Eric, and you did a hell of a job, man. I think these guys did a hell of a job, too, putting on a great show. Let's look up here, your race winner. He's most likely going to burn it down here. We'll try to get you a post-race interview in just a moment. We'll move the 42 car down here into the broadcasting booth. Kyle McGarvey, we're live.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Got a good copy on me. All right, so dialed in our Drivers Network America here, BTDY. You had, is that your brother there on the outside?
Yeah.
So you guys were making some moves there, and then that last dog leg, you guys were aggressive all race long, running 3 wide, and you were just able to hold on to it.
Yeah, it worked out there. Got to the front and then had my teammates behind me, pushing me. So that definitely helped.
I've got Eric Hutton up here, and he's one of the guys you might be familiar with. I don't know if you guys have raced together, but Eric,
Yep.
what'd you think of that drive?
Yeah, man, that was great racing out there. Curious that you held that bottom there for that last, you know, I don't know, whatever laps. Did you ever think about moving up the high line, or you just dedicated knowing that the 80 was going to stay in your bumper and that was going to be enough?
Yeah, I just figured with Dennis behind me, we would just hold on the bottom there. I figured that would give us the best shot to win at the end. So, and it worked out. So,
It
All good.
certainly did.
Well, this is a gambling place. They should just change the name of it to Las Vegas, in my opinion, because you're just rolling dice. You rolled them the right way tonight, Kyle, and you even took a little airborne there from Dennis Steele.
yeah, that I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty funny though.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to take it down to tech inspection post race, and that thing's salvageable. You can see you next week. You're going to be part of the Clash.
Yep. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun league this season. I'm really excited for it.
Congratulations on that win, and you got anybody you'd like to thank for it?
Thank my teammates for sticking with me at the end there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, thanks for you guys for broadcasting, and thanks for all the admin that put on the race and this whole series.
10-4 on that, man. If it wasn't for some of these guys putting it on behind the scenes, it just wouldn't happen. And check it out on the YouTube, Drivers Network America, BTDY, below the double yellow. And we'll have flag-to-flag coverage this season. Looking forward to it, my guy.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right. I'm going to throw him in the waiting room because I'm still not quite familiar with all the race teams. But, Eric, man, great job tonight. I had fun. Did you likewise?
Yeah, man, it was a whole lot of fun. Appreciate you allowing me to come join you up here, and then we had an exciting race. Probably not going to be quite the same as next week, at least for the sake of the field. I hope not, but yeah, excited to get more guys out here next week and continue the season with you.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Next week's not going to be for points. It's going to be for money. So we might see some aggressive moves there midway, right there at the end. We'll find out. Make sure to tune in. I believe we're going to go live 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Bring you the Daytona Clash here at BTDY. This is Drivers Network America. Myself, Bradley Cooper, and Eric Hutton. We're signing off. You guys have a good evening. Take care.